Okay, good morning, everybody.
And we have to move them because nobody can see us. Because it has to be seen, we have to be seen. Right there. We have to be seen. I'm sure.
Good morning, everybody. We're sorry for the slight delay. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty this morning. Can't do anything without computers, I have to tell you. I'd like to welcome you to the 66th annual meeting of the American Southwest Credit Union. We will now have the allegiance led by Jay Williams. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, good morning, everybody. I'd like to introduce you to the board members and the credit union members or staff that are here this morning. First, let me start with the president of the credit union, that's Jay Williamson. Good morning. We have Lauren Paget, who is the executive vice president of the credit union. I don't have everybody's name over here. We do have quite a few of the staff here this morning. For the board, we have Patrick Ledger, who's here, he's the treasurer. We have Blake Burgess, who's here, he's the director. Curtis Peterson is on the line, he is a director. We have Mignon Hollis, who is a director. We have Bob Evans, who is a supervisory committee chair, or supervisory committee member, excuse me. The chair is Charles Baker, and he is not here today. And also absent today is Les Orchowski, who is also, he's the secretary of the board, and Joe Barreras, who is the director of the board. Let's see what's next. I'd like to declare a quorum. We have more than 15 folks here at the meeting live, so we're good to go. I'd like to look at, if everybody's reviewed the minutes from the last meeting, I'd like to get a approval of those minutes, or if there's any discussion.
Second.
Any discussion of the minutes? Okay, we'll move on to the chairman's. Okay, thank you. I keep forgetting that part. Can I have the approval of the full board for the last minutes?
You say all in favor?
All in favor. I keep forgetting. You know, I'm new at this. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Now we'll move into the chairman's report. As everybody knows, it has been sent out. You can read it all, but I would like to go through a couple things. We all came through a pandemic last year, and I think the credit union did an amazing job of staying open as much as we could. We did have to close for a brief period of time, and all of our traffic went through the drive-through and online. Sorry. Okay, my phone's got to ring. Turn it on. And it would only be mine that rings. I apologize, but. And it's probably a garbage mail. Sorry, apologize. I think the staff and the members did an amazing job of keeping everything running, and we had we didn't go too far down in our deposits. Actually, our deposits stayed way up, and our loans went up just a little bit, and that was in part to the government's PPP loans. And Jay will discuss that in his okay, Mary, his report. I'm telling you, I'm having a morning. We did have a few board members who have retired. They retired between 2020 and 2021. I would like to recognize them. We had Ernest Calhoun, John Black, and Gil White all retired, and we unfortunately lost Ron Clifson this past year as well. Gil was on the board for almost 30 years and did an amazing job, and I've known Gil much longer than that. And we do thank him for his service with the credit union. We do have some very, very skilled and knowledgeable new members to the board, and I would like to welcome them. And I appreciate all the dedication you are going to be giving to the credit union, have given so far to the credit union. All of our operational staff, very knowledgeable in their specific areas, and they're being cross-trained in other areas. So they have a little bit of knowledge across the board, so they understand the full operational aspects of the credit union. We will continue to model that excellence in the future, and I'm sure this board that we have today will continue to keep things afloat and keep the board, the credit union on par with where they're supposed to be going. And with the new leadership of Jay, we'll continue to move forward. We do still continue some challenges in 2021 as we go through these final stages of the pandemic, and I hope we're in the final stages of the pandemic. We still have folks working from home. We still have folks who can't get into their jobs. But I do, like I said, I do commend the credit union and all the hard work that has been done to keep our owner members working and able to get to their financial institution. And that is my report. And next we will have the supervisory committee report given by Bob Evans.
This is actually Chuck's report. Currently, the supervisory committee has 3 members: Dennis Skelton, Charles Baker, and myself, Robert Evans. We're volunteering our time on behalf of the membership with the primary responsibility of overseeing the credit union board of management. We meet our responsibilities by reviewing management documents, staff reports, and board decisions to ensure they comply with current policy. We also engage a certified public accounting firm to audit the financial statements of the credit union and then review the audits. In the first year of our contract with Turner Warren and Hague, statements for the 12-month, performed the audit of our financial statements for the 12-month period ending June 30th, 2020. COVID had an interesting impact on the audit in that it was done entirely online. I don't know if it was the audit or the fact that they work on the board. It was entirely online. In September 2020, the audit opinion that provided their annual reports on October 30th. We were pleased to announce that they concluded that the financial statements fairly represented the credit union in all material aspects, financial position of and the financial position of the credit union. The auditor is currently wrapping up work on the 2021 audit. We're in the tail end of that. The regulators from the Arizona Department of Insurance and Financial Institutes and the National Credit Union Association examined the credit union in February 2021. They confirmed our belief that the credit union is sound, well capitalized, and operational and financially stable. The credit union continues to utilize Castle Garde, Inc. to review, test, and assess our information technology systems and services. The supervisory committee is happy to announce that the credit union IT meets sound standards and no severe deficiencies were found. Castle Garde reports provide additional useful information on the threats and actions to reduce our risk. The credit union also uses Affirm X to assess our compliance and regulations, providing risk indications of the credit union operations. The committee reviews this information and is happy to report that the risks are assessed as low. We have enjoyed serving the membership this past year and look forward to working for you next year. We are currently 2 members short for our committee. If any of you are interested in serving on the supervisory committee, please contact Chuck by mail at ASCU PO Box 370, Sierra Vista, Arizona 85636. Charles Baker, Supervisory Committee Chairman.
Thank you. Have any questions? Next up, we have the management report, which includes some awards, I understand.
Yes, as a matter of fact. Well, I just want to start off by thanking the membership for allowing this and then board for this opportunity. I'm very grateful to be here and be the new CEO. I can tell you that the management team that is here whenever I came was excellent. Could not be happier with the staff that we have and the support that they've given me. Our board has had quite a bit of turnover since that time, but we have some excellent board members. They have been very, very active with the organization and have helped me tremendously. I very much appreciate this opportunity that I've been given and the support that they have. So usually whenever I've done these in the past, I get to tell everything that was here, but I wasn't here for much of early 2020. I was only here for the last week. But I can tell from at least from the process that I went through, the board was very active. They had a lot of great questions. They really put me through the ringer in the interview process, and I appreciated that. It showed their level of passion that they have for this organization. And our new board members have done just as much. So I'm very excited to be working with them as well. I can tell you a lot of the highlights that we had, though, for the organization. We grew you would have thought in a pandemic, we would have had a lot of really negative things to look at and care for, and we did, but those were handled very, very well. But overall, our organization really took off and grew. We went from $247 million to $294 million last year. Our net earnings were about $2.4 million, which was an increase from the year before. So extremely strong organization. As members, if you're looking at this being an annual meeting, what our organization looks like, it did extremely well last year, and it should be something you should all be proud of. One thing I believe that as a credit union, as a co-op, something that we should be is our job is to look out for our members, and I believe we did that significantly. We put out 13.5 million PPP loans last year, which are the paycheck protection loans. That really helped. That saved 15,081 jobs in the communities that we serve. Now, to me, that's what a credit union should do, is step up and take care of their members and take care of the community. And I'm very proud to tell you all that that's exactly what this organization did. That's something everybody should be proud of. We also grew in memberships to 28,474. One of the reasons that we all talk about credit unions, why we're different from banks, is that we're not driven by returning shareholders as far as dividends in the normal sense of a bank, but we do that as well by lower cost for loans and higher deposit rates. Last year, if you looked at where our operating costs were, that we gave more back to our members significantly. We gave $949,965 in dividends. That was an increase from 2018, and $177,950 back in loan stipends to our members. Money right back into our members' pockets. That's exactly what a credit union is supposed to do. That's what we've done, and that's the reason I think we're all proud to be a part of a credit union, and specifically this one. Finally, where we've been going, a little bit about 2020. We have really, this team and our organization has come together, and we're making progress, especially as technology goes. One of the things that I first noticed when I came on board was our members were asking for better technology, especially from our web services and our online banking. And we are very much deep into our project at this point, revamping those. We've already made some improvements. You'll see another big significant jump in improvements in March or April of next year. And then in 2023, we're planning a release for improvement. So we're already planning 2 years out to continue to upgrade the services that we bring to our members. So I'm very proud of that. I think that's something that the organization as a whole, we've heard what our members have said, and that's the direction they want us to go, and that is certainly what we are doing. So we have started doing a lot more communication with our members, and we're hearing what you want. We hope you can continue to do that. Kristen has her email address on our website, so you can email it her at any point in time of things that you want to see us do. And that's exactly how we're running the organization, is how you want it done. So that's my report, and I very much appreciate this opportunity. Yes, the awards. Let me get those. So we always do our service year award. This year we're doing 2 years worth. The 5 years in 2020, we have Tanya Castro, who is in the room today. Kathy Olson and Michelle Spencer for 5 years. For 2021, we had Kaylee Bowen, Joseph Hartzell, Susanna Alvaro Pupo, and Yesenia Porras. For 10 years, we have Dan Bachman. In 2020 and 2021, we have Marcus Brown. For 15 years in 21, we have Stephanie Brown. And for 20 years, we have Maria Montano and Lauren Paget. Lauren's here today. And for 25 years, Ellen Bolduck. So those are the service awards for the last 2020 and 21. And I certainly appreciate all the hard work and dedication those employees have shown to this organization.
Congratulations. The longevity speaks for itself, I believe, for the institution. We'll move on to old business. I don't see anything that in the minutes that would require us to review it. So we'll move on. New business and one item that we normally do in new business would be our elections. And at this time, we do not have any open board positions. They've all been filled. Does anybody have anything that they would like to bring up at this time? Any concerns, anything? Okay. That brings us to the closing. And I don't really have any closing remarks other than to say thank you again to the staff of the credit union and the board members and for a job well done and continued good job. We're already seeing an increase in our assets and liabilities for this year, so we're moving in the right direction. So again, I thank you very much. Before we close, do we have any questions online?
We haven't submitted any.
Okay.
I'd say the only other closing remark we have is we already have next year's annual meeting planned and on the agenda, and we will be back live in person at the college as we've done in the previous. So we appreciate everybody being flexible this year and the last year as well, but we will be back in person next year. At least that is the plan. We've already got it scheduled and booked.
All right. That's it. Thank you very much, everybody. The meeting is now adjourned.